So let me share my screen. So we are in chapter 12 right now. So chapter 12 is entitled Devotional Service. Okay. And we have completed from verse 1 until verse number 6, 7. So today is verse number 8. Okay. Screen terida, bro. You can see my screen? Can I? Okay, nice. So I'll read the shloka. Mayeva mana adatsva. Mayeva mana adastva. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Neva nivasishyasi mayi eva. Nivasishyasi mayi eva. Ata urdvam na sangsayah. Ata urdvam na sangsayah. Mayeva mana adasva. Mayeva mana adasva. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivasishyasi mayeva. Ata urdvam na sangsayah. Ata urdvam na sangsayah. Mayi, mayi, upon me. Eva, certainly. Mana, mind. Adasva, fixed. Mayi, upon me. Buddhim, intelligence. Buddhi, intelligence. Niveshaya, apply. Nivasishyasi, you will live. Mayi, in me. Eva, certainly. Ata urdvam, thereafter. Na, never. Sangshaya, doubt. Translation. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always, without a doubt. So, this is a purport. Do you like to read the purport, Prabhu? Satish Prabhu? You can read it for me. This whole short purport only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One who is engaged in Lord Krishna devotional service lives in a direct relationship with the Supreme Lord. So I can't see this.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, so that no doubt that his position is transcendental from the very beginning. A devotee does not live on the material planet but lives in Krishna. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. Therefore, when a devotee chants Hare Krishna, and Krishna and his internal potential dancing on the tongue of the devotee, when he offers Krishna food, Krishna accepts these intervals and the devotee becomes Krishnaized by eating the remnant. One who does not engage in the service cannot understand how this is so, although this is a process recommended in the Bhagavad Gita and the Vedic literatures.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Nice.
Okay.
So, we are continuing our chapter 12, verse number 8. Krishna is telling here, Krishna is describing the quality of a devotee. When we say devotee, so what is the quality of devotee? What is the characteristic of devotee? What does he do? How does he behave? So one of the quality here, Krishna is speaking, very important here. Just fix your mind upon me. So Krishna is instructing here that to fix our mind upon who? Not upon any light or any void thing, but Krishna is telling upon me. And who is me? The speaker of Bhagavad Gita. Who is the speaker of Bhagavad Gita? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So, and Krishna is telling next, engage all your intelligence, all your intelligence in me. Then you will live in me. You will associate with me. I'm always with you. This is the meaning. Thus you will live in me always. You can never be separated from me. By doing this, fixing a mind and engaging your intelligence, just like how we are doing right now, we are engaging our intelligence in discussing Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, this is what Krishna is telling. When we do this, thus Krishna is always associating with us. He will live in me always without a doubt. Na shamshayaha. So mayevam manadsva, my buddhi. So Krishna is asking us, instructing us to engage our intelligence. So now, the very important question we have to ask ourselves is, what is mind and what is intelligence? So you must know the definition. So we are already in chapter 12. So I hope that all other Prabhus and Matajis, we have discussed this in chapter 2. So let us recall. So what is the definition of mind? Anyone? Matajis, our regular participant, our regular Matajis is here. Kanchana Mataji, Karpaya Mataji. So anyone, can you like share your understanding? What do you mean by intelligence and mind? What do you understand by that when we say mind or intelligence? What is the meaning of mind and intelligence?
The mind where all your senses are there.
Okay, that is from your side. Okay, mine is where all the senses are there. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone? Any other answers? Okay. So this is very important. Mataji, Kanchana Mataji, Karpya Mataji, anything you like to try?
Sorry, Prabhu, I'm cooking.
You're cooking. Okay, no problem. So we will. Okay, let's see. What is the meaning of mind and what is the meaning of intelligence? So to know this, we have to go back into chapter 2, actually about Atma Jnana. Okay, anyway. Okay, I just opened this. Okay. Have you seen this picture? Anyway.
Yes.
எங்க பார்த்திருக்கீங்க?
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita பார்த்திருக்கீங்க.
Yes.
Yes, very nice. So நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா இங்க இது கட்ட உபனிஷத். It is stated in Katta Upanishad. So, Atmanam Ratinam Vidhi, Atmanam Ratinam Vidhi, Shariram Ratam Evacha, Buddhim tu Saratim Vidhi, Mana Pragraham Evacha, Indriyani Hayanahur, Vishayam Steshu Gocharan, Atmendriya Mano Yuktam, Bhokteti Ahur Manishinaha. So here, Katta Upanishad is explaining to us what is what is mind, what is intelligence, what is the body, what is the senses, very nicely with analogy. பாத்தீங்களா எப்படி அழகா உபனிஷத் நம்மளுக்கு விளக்குது using analogy, just like how a teacher will explain to us. So let's read the translation here. The individual is the passenger in the car of the material body, and the intelligence is the driver. Mind is the driving instrument, and the senses are the horse. The self is thus the enjoyer or sufferer in the association of mind and senses. Okay, don't worry. Let's go into the picture. Okay, now look carefully. Very simple. You see, this analogy is very important, yet is given very nicely here. Very simple. So if you see here, can you see these 5 horses? So these 5 horses is representing our 5 senses. புலன்கள். நம்ம 5 புலன்கள் வந்து இந்த 5 அதான் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there is a eyes, nose, tongue, right? All taste. So all these things are here. The 5 senses. Pancha Indriya. Okay. So it's representing our senses. Okay. And you see the driving instrument. Can you see? The driving instrument, we call it the reins. The kaire. Okay, the driving instrument is actually our mind. Our mind. And can you see what is controlling the horses? What is controlling the horses? The
reins,
which is our
the mind,
senses are controlled by our
mind.
mind. Okay, நல்லா பாருங்க. Okay, so now what is controlling the mind? Let's look here. What is controlling? Who is controlling the reins? There's one driver here, right? So the driver here is representing intelligence. You see, so who can control the mind? You can only control your mind with our intelligence. Okay, you see here, very nicely picturized. So this the driver here represent our intelligence. And who can control the driver? Who can control the driver? Which is who is sitting behind it. இப்படி போங்க அப்படி போங்க, left right. The destination instructor is ultimately the passenger. So the passenger is ourself, which is Atma, soul. Okay, and this whole chariot is our body. Okay, so can you see how it is very nicely picturized that our material body, the you see the Atma, we are situated inside this material body, right? So, and you can see how our body, our material senses, these 5 senses are controlled by the mind, right? So whenever we see, when we pass by somewhere, then you see ice cream. So what is the desire? Who is creating the desire? The mind. The mind is actually the senses and mind. So the mind wants, the minds react first. So ice cream சாப்பிட்டா நல்லா இருக்கும். அப்ப சென்சஸ் என்ன செய்யும்? சென்சஸும் அப்படியே ஸ்டிமுலேட் ஆகும். அப்படியே நாக்கு வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி ஆகும். அப்படியே இந்த டேஸ்ட் எல்லாம் போகும். And the senses will be stimulated. Why? Because under the instruction of mind. Mind is here, not here. In the medical school, we are taught that the mind is associated with brain. But actually, mind is not associated with brain. So the scientist, they doesn't know where is mind. Mind is a subtle thing. So Shastra say, it's a subtle thing. The Atma is situated here. So it's within the area of the where Atma is situated. Mind is also there. So, mana, அதான் மனசு சொல்லும்போது நீங்க தொடரும் பாருங்க. Mana means Sanskrit mind. So you see, the senses are under control of mind. So when the mind is not controlled, automatically your senses are not controlled. Okay, and ultimately who can control your mind? Who can control your mind? Intelligence. Soul is ultimate, right? So the above mind there is soul, intelligence and soul. So first of all, if you need to have a proper intelligence, which direction I have to go? I have to go from JB, I have to go to Kada. So I need to follow this highway. Then you will reach your destination. If you don't have that intelligence, you will suicide. Same thing. So the car will go in all one direction and you will end up accident or what. Same thing. So when we don't have proper knowledge, our mind is not steady, right? So that's why Arjuna says in Bhagavad Gita, the mind can be a friend or enemy. So the mind is controlled by intelligence. And how you gain intelligence? By listening to Shastra, listening to the Vedic scriptures. Then by virtue of intelligence, you can realize yourself. Yes, I am not this body. I am not these senses. I am the Atma, eternal soul. Okay, does that make sense? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the meaning here, right? So to make it simple, so we can see here that okay, to make it simple, according to Shastra, we can divide our body into gross body and subtle body. Okay, so what is this gross body? Gross means this is gross body. This is gross body, which our senses are there. This is called gross body. Okay. So, and then subtle body. What is subtle body? Subtle body. Subtle means is very fine, can't be seen. This is called subtle, right? It cannot be. It is not gross. It's the opposite of gross, right? Subtle body can be categorized as three. First is mind. Second, intelligence. We have seen, right? So in the order that mind, intelligence is higher, right? The lowest is our gross body. See, gross body, that is gross, settle. Then come to subtle body, mind is the first. Then comes the intelligence under the subtle body. Then above the intelligent, there is
Soul.
false ego. Okay, what is this ego? Very important term. This is then Shastra. நம்ம ரொம்ப இந்த வார்த்தையை பாய்ப்போம் ego. But Shastra, Prabhupada is explaining here the meaning of false ego. False, no? False means is a wrong.
Not true.
False. Yes. So false ego. Okay. Actually, ego means identity. So when we say false ego, the meaning is that we identify this body as ourselves. So when we identifying like that, we are under the false ego. Like now many people, hey, I am a doctor, I am an American, I am a Dato, I am the Pradhana Mantri, I am the king. So they identify themselves with their position, with their wealth, with their nation. I am Indian, I am Hindu, I am Christian. So all these are nothing but bodily attachment. What is nothing but representing the body. So when you don't understand what is Atma, you're simply on the platform of material plane, the bodily plane, then it is called false ego. Is that clear? So ego means identity. So when you identify yourself wrongly, is false ego activated. False ego is there, actively there. So by using your intelligence, when you understand that you're not this body, that you are actually the soul, servant of God, servant of Krishna, then you have come into the right through ego, through identity. That I am not this body, but I am the soul, spirit soul, Atma. That is that. So this ego cannot be vanquished. It's either true ego or false ego. You're getting it. So this is the meaning. So ego means identity. False identity or true identity. And this is our gross body and subtle body. And both gross body and subtle body, these are material, matter. You know what is matter? Matter means actually non-living. Just like the table, the chair, matter. Right? So when the Atma, when the soul is injected into the body, that's why it's called alive. That's why we are alive. We have consciousness. We can speak. We can listen. So when you compare yourself to the dead person, what is the difference? The Atma is not there. So that is why even the subtle body is also material. This mind, intelligent, false ego is also material. So when you have attained a liberated state, when you go back to the spiritual world, actually only the soul will travel, and the soul will have a spiritual body, and you will leave all this gross body and also your subtle body. All these are material. So this is the summary. It's very important understanding of Shastra, of Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. Right? So how to understand these things in a very practical way, scientific way? Very simple. We can see that sometimes there is a incident called NDE, a near death experience. Yes. So if you go and search on this, there are many journals, many proven reports, medical reports from multiple places in various countries, especially in the European countries, Asian India. So there are many this way they called it ND. Suddenly, when during operation, this patient can see everything live, what's happening to his body. It is there. So how to explain this? The medical science, they cannot explain this. So what they will say is, this patient is hallucinating. This patient is under the effect of drug, right? This patient is under the anesthesia effect. So they are using this drug, anesthesia, general anesthesia. So they say this side effect is illusion, hallucination, delusion. But the interesting thing is, the patient can describe everything, what is happening, what is the doctor speaking, what was done. A lay person, a normal person, they can explain a medical procedure very nicely. So there is a case you can read on Palm Reynolds case. Very interesting case. Is a this Palm Reynolds. She is a celebrity in America. She's a singer. So she was she was having this very chronic headache. Okay, so for years she was having headache. So she was taking all sorts of these over the counter medication, paracetamols, all these painkillers, but the headache is not going away. So one day she decided to get a specialist consultation, and they decided to do a CT brain, and ultimately they proceeded with MRI. So they diagnosed her with aneurysm, the brain.
Brain aneurysm.
Yes, the blood vessels of the brain are already
Burst.
so about to burst. It's like a time bomb. Anytime when it bursts, you die. You're dead. So basically, you got a hemorrhagic stroke. So and they actually referred her to the most most advanced hospital, where those days the neurosurgery was advancing. It's not so advanced like just like today, but it is also okay, it's advanced. They refer to the best hospital, and Dr. Robert Splizzler, he is one of the well-known neurosurgeon. So basically they did an operation to her, this brain. They did a surgery. So to do a brain surgery is not a joke, right? So there are many things we have to assess. So basically, when you want to touch the brain, first of all you have to stop the heart, because the heart is pumping blood. So when your heart is pumping blood to the brain, you cannot do operation, you cannot cut. So they actually stopped the heart, and the ventilator machine, the heart machine, everything is taken over by a machine. And the brain have to be in a certain temperature, lower temperature, so that they can do the operation very efficiently, right? So they conduct the operation. So these doctors, they are team of doctors for very long hours. It's a very long operation. So when doctors in the surgical OT, operation theater, how it will be they're playing radio, they'll be chit-chatting with the nurses, with their assistants. So yes, these teams was also talking, they're also listening some radio, and they was also gossiping. So all these things are going on in this OT, right? So and the operation was done. So after some time, this particular patient, Palm Reynolds, she is telling the doctor, I can see whatever you did to me. And the doctor is like, are you joking? Like maybe some side effect of drugs. And then when she started to explain very clearly that what the doctor spoke to the nurse, what song was playing on the radio, and how they do the procedure step by step, what's the instrument, what is the instrument they are using, she was describing it like crystal clear, like you're watching from above. And she even says that she actually came out from a body and she was waiting until the operation to finish to enter back. So this is Pam Reynolds case. You can Google it. It is well documented. You can go into YouTube. So this is just one among thousands of cases. So now you explain to me, what is the answer here? The medical science, they don't accept soul. They think that we are this body. பாடி முடிஞ்சுன்னா எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு, செத்து போயிட்டா எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு. Once you're dead, everything is gone. So they come up with a philosophy of YOLO. What is YOLO? YOLO means you enjoy, you only live
Only
once.
live once. Oh.
So enjoy lah. They don't have understanding of next birth, previous birth. So this is a materialistic understanding, animal understanding. So that is why they said you enjoy, you do whatever you want, you eat whatever you want, you behave as whatever you want. You can become a girl, you can become a boy, you can change your gender, no problem. You can marry anyone you want. Not necessarily have to marry a woman, a boy, a woman, a boy. No, you can marry man to man. Now they're doing these things. Animal society. Why? Because they don't have the understanding of dharma. What is the meaning of soul? Who are you? The signs of self-realization is not there. So this is the problem, right? So yes, let's go back to our purport. So this is why Katha Upanishad is very nicely explaining all our situation. So that is why Krishna is now instructing us that Krishna is instructing us that please use your mind and intelligence and engage all your intelligence unto my service. So now you understand already. So we have some idea on what is mind, what is intelligence. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
So now you must be able to understand this gross body, subtle body,
Body.
the subtle body, their mind,
Mind.
intelligence,
And
false
false ego.
ultimately soul. You are the soul. This is spiritual, this is material, right? So now that is why in order to understand who we are, self-realization, first we have to purify our mind. Purify. You see, we are contaminated. We don't know who we are, we don't know what is our nature. We are living like animal. Right? So Shastra is telling here that we are living like animal. So what is the proof? You look here. You can see the so similarly, religion means to obey the law of God. That's all. And if a human being does not obey the law of God, he is no better than animal. All scriptures, all religious principles are meant to elevate man from the animal platform to human platform. Therefore, a person without religious principle, without God consciousness, is no better than animal. And you see the verse, very important verse. Ahara nidra bayamaitunam cha samanyam etat pashubir naranam dharmo hi tesham adiko vishesho dharmena hina pashubhi samanaha. So here ahara means another. Ahara means eating. Aharam, eating. Nidra means sleeping.
Sleep.
Nidra. Baya means bayam. Baya. So we try baya. Maituna means intercourse. Okay. So here it is explained that eating, sleeping, sex and defense. This can be found in both human and animals. Okay. The distinction between human life and animal life is that a man can search after God, but animal cannot. That is the difference. Therefore, a man without the urge for searching after God is no better than an animal. தர்மேன ஹீன பசுபி சமானஹா. நல்லா பாருங்க அது என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, எவன் ஒருத்தன் இந்த வாழ்க்கையை புரிஞ்சுக்காம கடவுளை புரிஞ்சுக்காம இருக்கானோ என்னத்துக்கு சமம் பசுபி சமானமா. பசுபிக்கு சமமா. பசுனா அனிமல். So pasu means animal. So that means first we have to understand what is the goal of life, because you see the dog is also eating, you're also eating. Dog is eating, you're also eating in the plate, in the dinner, in the table. Dog is also eating in the street. The pleasure is same. You are sleeping in the room, dog is sleeping in the street, pleasure is same. Dog is reproducing, you're also reproducing. Whenever there's problem, you defend yourself, the animal also defends himself. So what is the difference? right? You're working so hard. You're working so hard. Ultimately, why you're working so hard? You tell me. Why? You see, nowadays when we ask someone, what is your goal of life? They say they want to become, just 1 minute, Prabhuji. I just send the link. Someone's asking me the link. Okay, so when you ask someone, what is the purpose of your life? So nowadays, what they will answer? I want to,
Reach.
become rich. You see, I want to become rich, right? I want to become rich. So, money, money, money. Okay, it makes sense. Yes, money is important. Money is important, but money is not everything. First of all, you must know how to utilize money. You see, the problem is when your goal is only money, and you don't have any higher goal than money, right? We are not telling that eating, sleeping is not important. We are not telling money is not important. It is important, but we have higher goals than all these things. That must be understood, right? We must be practical. So Bhagavad Gita is practical. Practical means following the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. That is practical, right? So when you ask someone, they will say, I want to become rich, I want to become that. Okay, now why you want to become rich? So that you can have a nice house, so that you can eat nicely, you can eat whatever you want. That is the ultimate goal. Then you have nice house, so they can sleep nicely. You have a nice aircon, nice room, everything, so that you can sleep nicely, so that you can get married and you can reproduce. You have a nice house, rich, so that you can defend yourself, you can stay in a very comfortable place. So ultimately, we are working like cats and dogs, like donkeys for 8 hours. And what is the goal? Just to fulfill the pleasure as good as the animals are doing without working. So the dog is also doing the same thing, eating, sleeping, sex, and defense. But you're working like a donkey for 8 hours and getting the money and doing the same thing. And the animals are doing that for free, no working. This is what Shastra is telling. So now what is the difference between the human life and animal life? The difference is that Atato Brahma Jiknasha. That means a human means he can inquire, question about his living. He can question about a higher nature. Atato Brahma Jiknasha. கடவுள் இருக்காரா? கடவுள் இருக்காரா இல்லையா? கடவுள் யாரு? Is there God or not? Who is God? Why I am suffering? Is there next life or not? Why some are suffering? Why some is happy? Why some are rich? Why some are poor? What's happening? What is this law? What will happen after I die? So all these questions he must ask. So that is where you really come to the platform of human being. Then when you seek the answer, then you must get it, listen it from the bona fide spiritual master, from the bona fide person who are expert in Shastra. They will deliver the knowledge unto you. So that's how we understand Bhagavad Gita, by listening from the bona fide spiritual master. When you read yourself, also you have difficulties. You don't understand things, then you give up. So that is why you need a guidance. Can you like just become a doctor by simply studying YouTube and books? No. You must enroll to university. You must have a guide. You must have a teacher. You must do some practical exam. Similarly, in spiritual knowledge also same. Spiritual life is same. When it comes to spiritual life, people don't want to take instruction. People don't want to study systematically. They just follow Wikipedia, Quora, and YouTube and Facebook and WhatsApp University. And then you just utter some nonsense and rubbish. In this way, you can never get proper knowledge. So our basis is Vedam, Vedic knowledge, Shastram. That is our basis. Why Shastram? Because Shastra is coming from the Supreme Lord. Right? It is coming from the Supreme Lord and it is perfect. Right? And why we don't accept our own speculation? Because it is imperfect. We might be wrong, might be correct. Right? So this is the difference. So therefore, a man without that urge for searching God is no better than animal. Right? So now let's go back to the purport. See, so now that is why Krishna is telling, engage your mind. So that is why, to purify our existence, to purify our senses, Krishna is giving us the easiest process. What is the easiest process in this Kali Yuga? Is to chant.
The holy name.
Because if I ask you to sit down and do yoga, you are not fit. You cannot do. Even you
Yeah.
cannot sit in the proper asana. You
Yeah.
cannot even. I don't know how to do the proper breathing, and we don't know how to do all these things. Correct or not? When we're sitting, we already 1 hour already cram everything cram. Correct.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting correct, your mind go here and there. So you cannot practice yoga. You cannot understand God through yoga. You cannot understand God through any other means in Kali Yuga. The only way is by chanting the holy name. So this was revealed to us by Krishna himself. Krishna, he spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago. And again, for the benefit of Kali Yuga people, he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Gauranga. So he is none different than Krishna. He is an incarnation of Krishna, none different. So he came and he gave us the process of chanting. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalavanasti evanasti gadir anyataha. That means in this Kali Yuga, there is no other way, no other way, no other way. 3 times he is telling, no other way than chanting the holy name of the Lord. And what is the process? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah. So by doing this process, it is called what? Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, now I'm asking a question to the audience. What is the meaning Maha Mantra? Why it is called Maha Mantra? Anyone?
Maha means great.
Okay.
Mantra means something to shield the mind.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Nice. I will. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Nice. So why it is called Maha Mantra? What is the meaning of Maha? What is the meaning of Mantra? So.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I'm having a.
Yeah. Please, Prabhu.
Prabhu,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I mean, what is the question again?
What is the meaning of Maha Mantra? What is the definition of Maha Mantra?
Maha mantra. It means Maha means all the most powerful one.
Okay. Mantra.
The big one. And
Mantra?
you can also say the conclusion of all the mantras.
Okay, nice. Mantra means?
Mantra means I don't know the Sanskrit exact name, but yeah, it says the name of God.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your inputs. So you see, Mahaprabhu have given us this process of Maha Mantra. So what is the meaning of mantra? Mantra is a Sanskrit word. Mantra. Man means mana. Mana means?
Mind.
Exactly. Mind. And tra means to deliver, to purify. So when we say mantra, the definition is to deliver the mind. So that is why Krishna says, now you read the shloka, just fix your mind. You read the translation, just fix your mind upon me. That is the first instruction Krishna is giving you. Fix your mind. What is the meaning fixed your mind? That means you must deliver your mind. First you must purify your mind. Then only you can fix your mind. So what is the process? First you must cleansing process. Chanting the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So how to chant? Simply you have to listen. When you recite, you have to listen. Not that you simply mumbling, I'm not listening. So you have to listen. Then the transcendental sound, right? That is why Prabhupada is telling here that the holy name, read the purport here, very important. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord are none different. Nama Nami Abhinnatvam. That means the Nama, the name of the Lord, and the Lord, the possessor of the name, the Lord is no different. Absolute. This is the meaning of absolute. That means there's no difference between Krishna and Krishna's name. But when we are speaking about ourselves, there's a difference between our name and us. But Krishna is all spiritual, all absolute. That's why it's called Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when we recite the Maha Mantra, actually we are just engaging personally, associating with him directly. That is the meaning. That's why Prabhupada is saying none different. Right? So and he is telling here that Krishna and his internal potency are dancing on the tongue of devotee. Even like when we are listening about Bhagavad Gita, when we are speaking Bhagavad Gita, this is also the process of chanting. This is also Kirtanam. Kirtanam is not only singing. Many people think Kirtanam is only singing or chanting. No. Kirtanam is also meaning when we are reading, speaking, preaching. That is also Kirtanam. Okay. So this is why first Krishna is telling to fix your mind. And how to fix your mind? You have to deliver your mind first. You have to correct your mind, optimize your mind. Because now your mind is full of nonsense, full of dust, right? Full of so many attractions, so many material desire. So now you have to purify that. You have to optimize that. So the only way to optimize your mind is to chant the holy name. Okay, at the same time, Krishna is giving a next instruction. Engage all your intelligence. Okay, so now, what is the definition of intelligence? We have seen that intelligence is subtle body, part of the subtle body. Okay, it is the highest. It can control the mind. So when you have the proper intelligence, we can control the mind and the senses. That is the order. So now, what do you mean by intelligent? Like when I ask someone generally, they will say, Prabhu, intelligent means someone who have a degree is intelligent. Someone who knows how to do mathematics is intelligent. So like that I'm asking in that terms. So what do you mean by intelligence? So yeah, of course, now people will answer such question, such answers that intelligent means who have PhD, who completed university, who have gold medal. They are intelligent. One might say that, right? But yeah, according to Shastra, yes, Prabhuji, what is the definition of intelligence according to Shastra?
To take the correct decision.
Okay, to take the correct decision. But
Person who knows about Krishna.
But according to me, eating beef is correct. So therefore, can I do that? Because according to you, it might be correct, but according to him, it might be wrong. And according to him, it might be correct. So you cannot decide based on our decision. When you're telling intelligent means making the right decision. Now the question comes, for me, it might be right. You know what I mean? Or not?
If you associate the super soul or shastras and all that, you will be able to take the correct decision, Prabhu.
Okay, so now we see what Krishna says, what Shastra says about intelligence. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Yo mam evam ashammudo janati purushottamam sa sarva vidbhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Okay. Can anyone read for me the translation loudly?
Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in a full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata.
Yeah. So now the definition of intelligence is given here. Knower of everything. Knower of everything means, what's the definition of knower of everything?
The super soul.
Whoever knows Krishna as the God, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah, there you go. So this is a definition of intelligence. Definition of intelligence means that you accept, you realize that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any doubt. Yo mam evam ashammudo janati purushottama. Jana idish purushottama. Who knows it? Purushottama. He is the Sarvavit. He is the Sarvavit means the knower of everything. So this is the meaning of intelligent. Intelligent means to know Krishna. So anyone who knows Krishna, he is a knower of everything. Not I am telling. Bhagavad Gita is telling. Sa sarvavit bhajati mam. So therefore, an intelligent person, he will engage himself in full devotional service to Krishna. Sa sarvavit bhajati mam. Bhajati means what? Render devotional service. Bhajati mam. Sarva bhavena bharata. So this is the meaning of intelligence. So if you look into the chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, yeah, then the definition of intelligence is also given, right? So basically, intelligence means, remember this definition, okay? It's very important, very basics. We are already in chapter 12, but this is very basic, right? We should know this. Intelligent means, first of all, the ability to discriminate what is the matter and spirit. You must be able to discriminate what is matter, what is spirit. Okay? And the knower of both. You see? That means first you must know that you're not the body. You are the servant. You are the soul. And then you must know the dharma of the soul is to serve the supreme soul, Bhagavan. If you know this, then you're intelligent. So you must have the ability to discriminate what is matter, what is spirit, and the knower of all these things, which is Krishna.
God.
Yeah. So that is why Krishna is telling, if you know me, and then no doubt you are the knower of everything, you are intelligent. Because when you know Krishna, that means you should know that you are soul, you're not the body, and you will serve Krishna. Right? So you see, very scientific, very simple, very practical understanding. So this is Shastra, but no one is teaching this. No one is speaking about this. Right? We are trying to understand things whimsically. நம்ம என்ன நினைக்கிறோமோ என்ன அப்படியே நம்ம நினச்சிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம், இதுதான் அப்படி இதுதான் அப்படின்னு. So that is why you must gain knowledge by reading Srila Prabhupada books, by reading Bhagavad Gita as it is. You see, translation very clear. Bhagavad Gita 15:19. Krishna is giving the definition very clearly. Yes. So intelligent means to discriminate what is matter, what is soul, and the knower of both. Who is this both? The knower of everything. So Arva Karana Karanam. Krishna is the cause of all cause. He is the knower of everything. So that is the meaning of intelligence. Okay. So okay, another important shloka. Shradavallabate jnanam tatpara samyatindriya jnanam ladva param shantim acherena adhigacchati. A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge, and having achieved it, he quickly attained the supreme spiritual peace. Okay, so very important here that first of all we must dedicated to transcendental knowledge. The way to control our mind, to control our senses is by using our intelligence. And using our intelligence means that to know Krishna. And how to do that? By engaging our intelligence in reading such scriptures, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Prabhupada books. This is called transcendental knowledge. So only by these things you can come to the proper intelligence. Your intelligence will optimized. Otherwise, you don't. You are no lesser than an animal. See, so this is the real intelligence. So come into the platform of transcendental knowledge. What is the body? What is the soul? Then only then you know how to control your senses by controlling your mind. Right? Then he is the one can attain peace. Right? So what is the definition of peace? Nowadays, இப்போ நம்ம எல்லாரும் என்ன சொல்றாங்க? எல்லாரும் இப்ப நிம்மதியை விரும்புறாங்க. Everyone wants to be peaceful, isn't it? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. But Krishna is giving the peace formula. What is the peace formula? Bhaktaram Yajnatapasham Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Right? So, Suhurdam Sarva Bhutanam Jnatvamam Shantim Rachati. Jnatvamam Shantim Rachati. So, Krishna is speaking about Shanti means peace. So, what is the meaning of peace? Peaceful means, first you must know that Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasam. That means Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. He is supreme enjoyer. He is the supreme person. Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasam. He is the benefactor of all Yajna. Appadina, that means whatever yajna we are doing, we are offering, whatever prayers people are offering, everything goes to him. He is the ultimate benefactor of everything. Actually, everything is meant to him. But people don't know this. They are doing whimsically, in a deviated way, in a wrong way. But actually, he is the Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasham. Everything is meant to him actually. So, Krishna is telling this in Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasham Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Abdina, he is the
Properator of all the planet.
Yeah, Maheshwara means he is a supreme controller. Ishwara means controller. Mahesh is supreme controller. Sarvaloka, Sarvaloka means all universe, all planets. He is the supreme controller. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. And he is also the well-wisher of all living entity. He doesn't hate anyone. Right? He is a well-wisher. In fact, he wants us to come back to him. He spoke Bhagavad Gita. He came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Again, he is sending his army, Prabhupada, our acharyas, to give us knowledge. But we are not taking up. We are not listening. Right? So that is why Krishna says, Jnatvamam Shantim Rachati. This is the peace formula. People who know this, who know these things, they are peaceful. Not that you simply go and do some meditation on the light, switch off the light, close your eyes, think nothing, and then try to empty your mind. You cannot empty your mind. The idea of emptying your mind is bogus, because the nature of mind is to think something. The nature of fire is to produce heat. Can you tell, okay, fire, don't produce heat? No way you can do that. The nature of water is to be fluid. Can you say water don't be fluid? No. So it is oxymoron. You cannot say that please think of nothing, because your mind will have to think something. It's either you think of nonsense things, or either you think of Krishna. It's either you hear about Krishna or you hear about some nonsense thing. So it's either you chant the name of Krishna or you chant all other cinema songs. So this is the difference. Okay. So very important purpose. Right? And here, there's another shloka about intelligence. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanir asyopajayate prasanna chetaso yasu buddhi paryavatishtatma consciousness. The threefold mysteries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. Yes, when you are in Krishna consciousness, your intelligence is well established. Is another shloka here, right? So like that, we can see actually there are many shlokas, right? So in summary, mind means, mantra means to deliver your mind. So what is the mantra we should chant? The Maha Mantra, right? Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And what is the meaning of intelligence? To engage in service of Krishna, to understand Krishna is Bhagavan, to know that we are servant of Krishna, by understanding that we are different than the body. This is the intelligence. This is intelligence, right? So when you understand this, and you perform devotional service. Devotional service means what? Bhakti. Bhakti means what? Bhakti means exclusive for Krishna. There's no other thing is like, bhakti, but towards other persons or other demigods. No. Bhakti means only for Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when you say bhakti, it's Krishna bhakti. And what is the meaning Krishna bhakti? When we put Krishna in center in whatever we are doing in our life, we put Krishna in the center. Whatever we are eating, whatever we are doing, whatever we are, engaging in, working in, we should put Krishna in the center. So in this way, example, like we are eating, we offer the food to Krishna. Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktaya Prayachati. So with love and one even offer me water, leaf, flower, I accept it. So we must have the sincerity. Krishna didn't ask us any other things. Krishna just want our sincerity. That is called bhakti, love. Because God doesn't want to force you. You see, force pannona the love kadayadu. If someone force you, you cannot call it love. Because God, if he wants, he can say, okay, you all become my devotee. All become forced to love me. That is bogus. Right? So you cannot do that. Krishna gives you the minute independence, minute free will. So that you naturally come find him, attracted to him. And he's giving you a lot of hints, a lot of things, so that you can get attracted to him. The word Krishna himself, the meaning of Krishna itself is all attractive. All attractive. So Krishna is giving us all the means to come to him, all the ways, but we are not utilizing it. Right? So this is the meaning of bhakti. Bhakti means to serve, devotional service. So example, like we offer food to Krishna and we consume that, become prasadam. So when we are working, when we get some money, we give some to Krishna consciousness. When we are preaching about Krishna consciousness, when we speak something, we speak about Krishna. Right? So in this way, we can always remain in Krishna consciousness. Right? So very simple. Right? So when you want to get married, you get married. No problem. And then you raise your children as Krishna consciousness. You educate your wife to tell her what to do, what not to do. You educate your children, not that you train them to become atheist. Right? Nowadays, children are atheistic. Right? They don't even understand. They don't even know the existence of Krishna. They say there is no God. You only live once. This is our youngsters. Right? Because there's no training. Right? So that is why it's very important to read Bhagavad Gita, to attend to spiritual discourse, to actually, engage ourselves. At least we should try our best, to listen to Prabhupada lectures, read Srila Prabhupada books. And the best is you can come to the temple and get association of devotees. Right? This is all needed so that we can, can be spiritually fit. Right? So this is the meaning. Okay. So very simple. So just now you read the translation, you will understand. Now you have a clear understanding. Okay. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always without a doubt. So you live in me means, you see what's the meaning of live in me? Because as Prabhupada says, Krishna's name and Krishna is not different. So when you chant, when you do devotional service, basically you're fully Krishna consciousness and you're associating with Krishna, and Krishna will reciprocate to you. This is the thing. So this is a two-way, not one way. Right? So when we reciprocate, Krishna will reciprocate accordingly. That is called bhakti. Bhakti is two-way. Not that one way. Only we do or only God forces to do. God doesn't force anyone. That is God. Krishna doesn't force anyone. If Krishna wants, he can make everyone, okay, you think of me, but Krishna doesn't want that. Because that is called cheating. That is called forcing people. That means you are as good as stone. No free will, no independence. You know what I mean? So you see, Krishna is very merciful. He's giving us independence. But we are misusing the independence and we are forgetting him and we are doing whatever we want. And ultimately we are paying for the action. reaction. We are suffering. And then we are blaming God. Oh, கடவுளே இல்லப்பா நான் அப்படி கஷ்டப்படுறேன். ஆனா நம்ம என்னன்னா பண்ணோம், whatever we did, we don't know. In previous life what we did, even in this life what we do also you don't realize. So this is the problem. Okay, so I will stop here. It's already 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour plus. Okay, so is there any questions, Prabhus and Mataji? ஏதாச்சும் கேள்விகள் இருக்கா? Clear? Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
I have
Krishna.
a questions.
Yes.
Can you go to the screen again? This question in the purport.
Okay.
So here is saying, one who is engaged in Lord, a devotee does not live in the material plane. He lives in Krishna. These things. This is for, I think this is the primary level, right? Like person who is start actually Krishna consciousness, and this what his Prabhupada saying here is for the advanced devotees, because he lives in Krishna. But we can see in our inside we have a lot of material desires. Still we have, to be honest. So in that purpose, like how we can understand this more deeply, and if no, then how we can feel it, or how we can actually go with this purpose. Like, yes, Krishna lives in me. I have a space for Krishna inside ourselves.
Yeah, okay. So you see, what is the meaning of Krishna will live in you? Krishna says, whenever you fix your mind on me, fix your intelligence on me and do service unto me, then he will live in you. Prabhupada is putting it, Krishna will live in you. So it is nothing but Krishna. First of all, Krishna is everywhere as Paramatma, right? Krishna is everywhere as Paramatma. So in a way, Krishna is already inside you as Paramatma, right? So Krishna is already there. Even in the dog body, Paramatma is there. So the problem is Krishna is giving us a free will, as I said, is whether you use your free will to understand about Krishna, then he will reciprocate. Then you will understand that actually you become Krishna consciousness. That is called liberation. That means you are associating directly with Krishna. So that is the meaning Prabhupada is telling. So when you perform bhakti, when you take up this Krishna consciousness, then you can reciprocate directly with God. You can see God. So this is the meaning. So you can live with Krishna. Just like when I said, I am living with Jaya Gaura Prabhu. I am living with Jaya Gaura Prabhu means, what's the meaning? I can reciprocate with him, I can cook with him, I can speak to him, I can reciprocate, I can engage with him. Same thing. So when Prabhupada say, Krishna will live with a devotee means Krishna will reciprocate, associate. It's a two-way. So Krishna is everywhere. Within us also Krishna is there. But to revive this consciousness, to revive this Krishna consciousness, right? The nature of the soul is always a servant of God. You always love Krishna. But now, by purifying our mind, purifying our intelligence, purifying our senses, by following this bhakti, the process of chanting the Maha Mantra, then we can clearly, slowly revive this thing. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say this. So that is the meaning. So we are reviving this thing. So basically, there's nothing artificial that Krishna is living with us. Krishna is already there. Krishna is waiting for us. It's just like Prabhuji. Now you are in a house. There's a person in the house, but you're ignoring him. But the moment you realize the person and you speak to him and welcome him, then you are reciprocating with him. That's what we are doing. Krishna is there. Krishna is there, ready to engage. We doesn't want to engage.
It means ignoring him. We have to be personal to Krishna, not impersonal.
Yes, exactly. So bhakti means personal. So the key point is the meaning of living in Krishna means when we perform devotional service, you can associate directly with Krishna. That is the meaning. Okay. So when you ask whether this is for advanced devotee or what, no. When you start practicing Krishna consciousness, then immediately you can see this effect. It's not necessarily that you need to be, the moment you sincerely practice Krishna consciousness, Krishna will reciprocate with you. This is promised by Krishna himself. Right? So this is the meaning. So when we do the devotional service, we follow the instruction of Guru Shad and Shastra, then definitely this thing will happen. So that is why you must follow the process, then you will see the result. This is scientific. Right? Yes, Prabhu. Is that okay? Is that clear?
So the point of information is we have to take Krishna as a person. I mean, need to treat Krishna as a personally, and then
Definitely.
it comes with devotional service. Yes, of course, the reciprocate with Krishna. It should be a true service.
Definitely. Right. So Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam Susukam. What is the shloka? Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So there is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Rajavitya, I see. Rajavitya, see, I forget. Rajaguhyam Pavitramidam Uttamam. So let me open up the shloka for you. It's a very important shloka. Okay, this is in chapter. Yeah. Okay, this is a shloka. You can see my screen?
Nope.
So let me share. Okay. All right. Can you see the screen?
Oh, it's 9:2.
Yeah. Okay. So you see here, Krishna is speaking here. Rajavitya Rajaguhyam. Yeah, this is the one. Pavitramidam Uttamam Pratyakshavāgamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. Please read loudly, Prabhu, the translation.
This knowledge is the king of education.
Okay, I think we lost you. Your connection is quite bad. Okay, can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay, I think I can't hear you. Anyway, you see this translation here. Krishna is using the word Pratyaksha Dharmyam. Yesterday we have seen. What is the meaning of Pratyaksha? What is the meaning of Pratyaksha? Pratyaksha means, you see here, direct perception, direct experience. Krishna is using the word Pratyaksha. சரிங்களா அப்படின்னா when you perform this bhakti, basically you can directly see Krishna, directly realize Krishna. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So it is everlasting and it is joyfully performed and it gives direct perception of self-realization. So this is bhakti. So Krishna is telling, by performing bhakti, you can directly Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam. You can see God face to face. So when someone asks you, can you see God? Actually, you can see God. You must follow the process. Right? Just like, Haribol, stop the sound. Just like, can you see coronavirus? Right now you cannot see. But if you want to see, can you do that? There's a process. You have to study the microbiology. You have to know how to handle the microscope. And then you can see the virus. Same thing. You can see God. But what is the process? You have to follow this process. The process is given in Shastra, Bhagavad Gita. So when you follow the process, you will see the result. And Krishna is promising that. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam, direct perception. And Krishna also is telling that by practicing bhakti, it is susukam. You will be ever joyful. You will always happy. Sugam. Tamil irukingla sugam. Susugam. And is joy everlasting, is eternal. Because the soul is eternal and the service to Krishna is also eternal. So this is our understanding. In fact, our nature is to be eternally happy. Sachit Ananda. We are eternally happy. That is our nature. Okay. So hope this answers the question. So is that okay, Prabhu? Jai Guru Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Sorry, I'm still having a problem here.
Yeah, your connection is
I think
here and there. So okay, any other question? Okay, so if there's no any other question, we will end the discussion here.
No problem.
Thank you very much, everyone. Hare
Okay.
Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha.
Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita.